have too many books, and these are just the books that I brought that are in my apartment. There are books that I have brought that are back home. So we're gonna do a book haul, an updated book haul. I have 33 new books since my last book haul, and that's just in my apartment. I'm slowly going through them. Okay, let's start with this stack, because it's a small stack and she's got so much dust on her. Oh my god. See, when you put all your books that you've brought together, it really does sink in that you have too many. Just saying. Just saying. The amount of books. I thought this would be a cute little edit so I can have another video done, but no. So we're gonna go through all the books that I have brought since my last book haul. Am I looking forward to it? Yes and no. Because looking at all the ones that I just have in my apartment, I'm scared. First book that I brought this at Dimmicks actually, is called The Plot by Jean Hanoff. I don't know her last name, but by Jean. Do I roughly remember what this is about? No. Okay, so I'm guessing this writer, the author who writes the book, apparently it's like true or something, or is afraid it's true. I don't know. Look, I bought it, it was $10 I think. The receipt's still in here. Next up, I have Unbelievable by T. Kristen Miller and Ken Armstrong. Apparently it's a Netflix True Events Inspiring limited edition. So based on a true story. It's Netflix picked it up. I think I saw Netflix and went, ooh, then read about the back of it. The books behind me are terrifying me. They are making me so scared. Next I have two books in the what are they called? The Carrie Diary series. They're both hardcovers. I got these actually at op shops. I've been meaning to start this series. I've watched the show with Austin Butler in it. I can't remember the main chick's name who's meant to play Carrie. But these are by Candace Bushnell. I like the covers of these books because they're like little purses. They're kind of cute. And then you got like the back with the zip. They're just little purses, and I think they're cute. Very Carrie Bradshaw. And then when you take the Just jacket off, it's just CB print on them. Nothing exciting. I thought they look actually pretty cute together. Seen bits and pieces of Sex and the City whenever mum was watching it, or like it was on TV and mum was watching it. Basically whenever mum was watching it, I just happened to be there watching. But yeah, quite excited about these, to see Carrie before she became Carrie in Sex and the City. All about her like high school years, I guess it is, and her life and all that. So, and the show, I actually quite enjoyed the show too. So a lot of my books that you'll see, I usually get them from op shops unless there are certain covers that I want, that I will buy them from actual bookstores. Next up we have Too Close to Breathe by Olivia Kiernan. Again, I don't know what this is about. I guess there's like a fire and stuff. It's a murder mystery type book, and I was in my thriller murder mystery era. Still kind of am. Not as much, but we're there. And then here I have my first Stephen King novels that I've ever owned. This is Billy Sinners by Stephen King. I don't know what it's about. I think I've seen Haley read it, and she quite enjoys Stephen King books anyway, and I didn't want to go for the whole thriller because he's known for his horror thriller, and this is more of a mystery, so thought it'd be interesting. It's not that thick. It's only just over 400 pages, so, but I'm very intrigued to read a Stephen King novel because I've always wanted to. There's so many books of his that I would like to read, but I wanted to start off, I guess, easy. Next stack. Okay, this book I'm currently almost finished reading. Like, I'm on like page 300 really. I've got like 80 pages to go. This is not the last book, but it was. This is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, part of the Inheritance series. I'm obsessed with this novel. Like, I have gone through and underlined. I don't usually annotate or write in any of my books, but I did so. I annotate or underline. That's all I've been doing, is underlining. I quite enjoyed the first two. This one I was like not sure if it was needed, but as I keep reading I'm realizing the fan stand is probably hitting the mic. Deal with it because I'm a little hot. As I kept reading it, like especially since I got the actual physical book, because I borrowed it from the library originally and then I saw it was like $5 on Amazon, so I brought it. It's the covers that I want. But yeah, no, I'm quite enjoying that book. I hope to finish it either today, tonight, or tomorrow, because I have a really long shift at work, so I hope to finish it on my lunch break if I don't finish it tonight, but hopefully I do. Next, I have another book that I borrowed from the library, and I got about halfway through before I had to return it because someone else wanted to borrow it and read it. It is another Jennifer Lynn Barnes book. It's Little White Lies, the part of the Debutante series that she has. This book, I remember thinking it was so much thicker when I was reading it from the library, but looking at it here, because they've republished them, they're actually not too bad of a size for me, but very interested to see how this one ends. It follows these three girls, part of like, not a murder mystery, it's this woman, she is little girl, no, she's a woman, she works, she looks after her mother, is met by her grandma, who comes up to her and is like, I will give you all this money if you come and be a debutante for me for this season. She says yes, because she's like, I get all this money, I'm gonna do it. She does it, and then she meets all her family and gets in the middle of all their drama and everything that's going on with them. Very interested in this book. I quite enjoy it. Now that I've like looked back onto it and think about it, and I'm like, I actually enjoy this book. This next one is part of a series that I would like to read. I got this one, I was in Beechworth. I've noticed that a lot of these covers or these publisher books and stuff are going off shelves. I feel like there must be a new publisher or something coming up with these books. But I got the first book in the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. I got Guild. Wanted to read this series. I've heard some pretty good things. It's like a fantasy kind of world, like type stuff. Don't know what, a lot of these books, I can't remember what they're about, but I know I'm interested in them. This next one, again, Op Shop. I quite enjoyed the series that Netflix did a few years ago, and I wanted to read the books when I found out that they were books. So I got the Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. If you haven't seen the TV show, it follows these two people, Dash and Lily. During Christmas, there's a little like, I guess, book or like notebook in a library that Dash picks up, that he writes in it. She also does the same thing, so they're like talking through this book. Next one, I actually got this one brand new when Big W were having their like half price sale on new releases and stuff, called The Door-to-Door Bookstore by Karsten Henn. This book, I believe, is about this guy who works at a bookshop, and he goes door to door giving books to people, and like it's like a free little library, I guess, like they borrow the books or like hire them for a little bit. And I thought it was a very cute idea. It's very cute. He goes around going door to door with his little bookshop cart, and you know, gets people to buy his books and read them, and then I believe this little girl joins him. I would like to read it. It sounded very interesting, and it's only like 250 pages. It's a stiff book too, but I like the premises and the idea. I thought it was very cute, so I thought, why not? Next one, I got a thick book. She's quite thick. She's fluffy. But I heard some pretty good things about this book. It is called The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I believe this circus, I'm getting Caravel mixed with this every time I think about it. The circus rocks up for one night or something and then it disappears, but I would always get it mixed up with Caravel, and I would always like think, oh, that's what it is, but no, that's Caravel. This is The Night Circus. But I have heard some pretty good things about this book. It sounds very interesting. I'm only opening up for one night and it goes to different locations. Ooh, that's cool. So every chapter is like a different location when it pops up, maybe. This next one is part of a series that I love, and I don't mind this author, but I haven't finished the spin-off series before this spin-off. This is The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I love the Off-Campus series. Garrett, Graham and Wellesley are my favorite, one of my favorite books, and this one follows their daughter, I can't remember her name, Gigi? Yeah, their daughter Gigi, one of the twins, and how she's a ice hockey player, and then she teams up with one of the guys in the guy ice hockey team, and they work on their skills and stuff. I really would like to read this book, but I need to finish the Briar U series. Next, okay, this book I have 2 copies of. One is signed and one isn't. That's why I have 2 copies, because it's signed. But it is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, part of the Maple Hills series, I think it's called. I want to read it. Brought it the day it came out. Honestly, I went in, didn't see it, I asked someone if they had it and they found it for me, so I need to read this book. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people are devastated that it's not Henry's book, but Henry's book comes out this year, I think November, No, this is when this one came out. I can't remember when it comes out, but it comes out this year, Henry's book. And I really want to read Henry's book, but I know I should read this one before I read Henry's. There's just so many to read, honestly. It's kind of sad. This next one, I was been following her on her TikTok when she was like writing it, and she moved for uni or college depending on where you are, and she was writing this book. And I remember following her years ago now, when like she was like, one TikTok I remember is when she's going through all the books, she's like, how do you know which books to take with you when you go to college and which books not to bring? Like, what if I feel like this book but I don't have it and it's back home? I remember seeing that TikTok and I've followed her ever since then. But she wrote a book, and that is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Heard amazing things, heard so many good things. The second one comes out this year, and I need to hop on the train. I need to know. It's floppy. I need to know what this book is all about, how amazing it is, because everyone raves about it, and I really need to know desperately. Okay, this next book I am currently in the middle of reading. I am reading the Narnia Chronicles by C.S. Lewis. This is the book that has all of them in it, but I'm currently reading The Horse and His Boy. I borrowed it through Libby, through my library. But yeah, it's, if you've known, it follows the show, tells you all about Narnia. One thing I did love is I read The Magician's Nephew, which is the first one in the series. It gives you a background on how the professor in the second book, or the first movie, discovered Narnia, and how he knows all about the wardrobe and how magical it is and all that stuff. This next one is very new to me. It gives me rom-com teen YA novel. It is called 4 Days of You and Me by Miranda Kennelly. I thought the premise of it was really cute. Every day these two kids go on an excursion, or like it's like an excursion day trip with their school, and they meet and they're stuck together for a whole day every year. So for 4 years, you know, you see them progress and what their relationship's like, and it sounded like a cute book to me. And plus it's hardcover, which May 7th is when they go, but nothing fancy for the dust jacket or the hardcover. But I thought the premise of this book sounded really cute and it intrigued me, and I haven't heard anything about this book. Plus it's kind of cute. The cover, you can't tell me that's not cute. This next one I actually finished reading. It's my first book of the year for 2024, and that is Yellowfest by Rebecca F. Kuang. I'm actually meeting this author in March when she comes to Melbourne. I brought a ticket so I can meet and greet with her. I haven't read any of her other books. This book was average for me. It's very different than what I've actually read, and I'm concerned for the main character. She has a lot mentally going on, but Rebecca will be here in town talking about the book, and so I'm very intrigued to go see her. I didn't actually read the physical book, I listened to the audiobook. It's part of the Illuminate series. It's the very first one, the Illuminate Files #1. The layout of this book too, like how things are like not even like there, things are crossed out, underlined, shaded. There are things you're not allowed to know, and it's just very interesting. Don't exactly know what it's about, but just the fact that it's just like files. I'm reading files. I feel like I'm trying to solve a mystery, a murder mystery of some sort. I just thought it was a very very intriguing idea, and it sparked my interest. So it is the second book in the Atlas Paradox. No, in the Atlas 6. It's the second one, called The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. I'm currently listening to the audiobook of the Atlas 6, and it's very different. Although I've been paying attention here and there, and I've discovered when it comes to audiobooks, I can only be driving or walking when listening to an audiobook. I can't do two things at once. For me to actually pay attention to the book and fall in love with it, I need to just focus on the book and what I'm listening to. So I don't really know what this one's about. The art inside this book, cute. These next books, I love the covers. The new covers came out and I didn't overly enjoy them as much as I like these ones. But it's a series that I've been wanting to read. It's a series that has been raved so much, and that is the Daisy Hates and Magnolia Parks series. I have the original covers, not indie form, but like published original covers, and I am so intrigued to what this series is about. I've heard it, they deal with a lot of like, I can't hold the books. Very interested into what these books cover and what they're about, and the series, the whole universe of these books I'm very interested in. I want to start them, but they're a bit intimidating, but they're so pretty. Like, even the covers are just, they're so different but so pretty. Last stack of books that I have here in my apartment. This next book I brought brand new. I was having a really terrible day. I needed to treat myself, make myself feel better, so I went book shopping, and I brought The Headmaster's List by Melissa de la Cruz. There's a car accident that happens. I don't know anything else really. It looks cool. It gives me a little I Know What You Did Last Summer vibes. Next, I got these two at the same op shop actually. It's part of the Ravenhood series by Kate Stewart. I got Flock and Exodus. Only thing I've heard about these books is from Larry and I think Sarah as well, from when they read them, but these were secondhand at an op shop, only cost me a couple bucks, and I thought, why not? It's the first two in the series before the last one. See if I like the series. This one just seems fine. This is a beast. She's a bit too thick for my liking. She's 500 pages, and the first one's like just under 400. Next, I got these two again at an op shop. I love op shopping for books. You get the same books for a good deal. Why wouldn't you? I got the first two books in the Pretties series by Scott Westfield. I got Pretties and Uglies. The cover for Uglies that I have is very interesting. Like, she's interesting, and then that one's just gorgeous, nice, plain, minimalistic. It's just so pretty. I believe it's about if you're pretty, you're classified like high rank than if you were ugly. I can't remember. I watched Rachel talk about these books, the first one at least, and she didn't mind it, but she didn't think she would go into the second one. But I have the first book in the Game of Thrones series by George R.R. Martin. I've watched the show up to season 5, and then I stopped, and then I just see clips here and there. But I want to read the book. I can't look at this stack. It's so torturing. Next is a book that when I was in the op shop, I was just looking at the books, and I saw this book, and it seemed very interesting. It is Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. I believe it's like a sci-fi type book. Obviously it's a sci-fi world, and like aliens or something come down. It seemed very interesting, the premise of it, at the time I was reading the back of it. But yeah, there is other books in the series, a part of a series as well. Lastly, our last book here in my apartment is a book a friend of mine, Jess, she mentioned when I was there with her at an op shop. She was like, oh my god, you have to read it. So I got it. It doesn't take long to persuade me to get a book, okay? That's all I can say. But I got Before You Knew My Name by Jacqueline Belitz. No idea what it's about, but apparently it's a tearjerker, I think, from what I heard. Okay, as I'm like putting all the books that I just went through away, I realized I forgot to get down Iron Flame, which I actually got for Christmas from my mom, by Rebecca Yarros. Like, she's up there. She looks so pretty next to Fourth Wing. Have I read Fourth Wing? No. But you can't tell me they don't look pretty side by side. Like, the fact that they just match, ooh, so pretty. I just wanted to add that. I just wanted you guys to know I do have Iron Flame. I just haven't read it. They're all the books that I have with me here in my apartment that are new since my last book haul. I'm going to cut to me in the future at my home, showing you all the books that I have. Okay, we'll talk about my most recent read. My current read is Deadly Little Scandals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the sequel to the Little White Lies in the Debutante series. I may or may not have repurchased Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And I did watch the play. There's a vlog actually of it with my mother in it. And then along with that one, I found the 20th anniversary edition of Harry Potter. We have Philosopher's Stone in Gryffindor, sprayed edges, cute. And then we have the 20th anniversary edition of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in Hufflepuff, and sealed up and everything. It even comes with a bookmark, which can be dangerous. which just says Hufflepuff on it, which is cute, but I think I might leave it in its case, in its cover. And it's got the sprayed edges too. My house is Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. Hi.
Don't forget you can pack a hat.
Yeah, my hat's in my apartment.
So just a mama. Hat.
You're packing, are you?
I'm doing that every now and then, like, what about these?
Have you packed this? What are you bringing? Are you bringing this? Verity by Colleen Hoover in the Collected. It has the bonus chapter at the end, which I felt like was not needed. Oh, it's signed. But it's a print signature. I didn't even know it was signed. There you go. And then I got the collector's edition of It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This book helped me get into reading, get back into it. It has stenciled edges, which you can't see because it's focusing on my face. But I liked it. It's cute. And then when you take the dust jacket off, it stops here with you and me. It ends with us. And then Colleen Hoover's signature. You couldn't even see it because I wasn't showing you. Yeah, so you take the dust jacket off. It's just a nice white book. This is at Dymocks when they had all these like collector's editions, which in Australia we don't really get collector's editions of books, so it was really cool to see it. But yeah, I love this. I think when I actually have a proper bookcase, I will display it like so with all the other books that I own. But you know, I love it. It's cute. It's pretty. I got this book with some gift vouchers that I got. It is a signed copy of Wildfire by Hannah Grace, and I feel like based off the signature, because there was another one there that was signed, I compared the two. It seems like it was done with an actual text, like it was actually signed by her, not printed like in Verity's book with Colleen Hoover. So yeah, have I read it? No. That's all I'm gonna say. Do I have a problem? Yes. We all do. And I acknowledge it. I got the Thursday, oh my god. The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know a lot about all the books that I own. I like read them and go, oh, interesting, and buy it. And then I forget what it's about until I actually go through and read it. Plus these books have always intrigued me every time I see them in bookstores and stuff. They seem definitely interesting. And then next I got this book again at an op shop. Who would have thought? I got The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I believe it's part of the Kiss Quotient series. It's like a standalone series. This is technically the third one in it, but I believe you can just read them as standalones. These I all got from free libraries that you can see like around your town. People just put books in it. I got two books part of ACOTAR, which are A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. Have I started this series? No. Do you see these books? They are thick. Oh, it's the next book. 626 pages in book 2. Book 1 is like so thin. It's like a normal sized book. Like that. And then it jumps to 600 pages. But I do plan on reading them at one point. I might make a reading vlog. I don't know. I'm a mood reader. If I'm not in the mood to read his books, I won't do it. And then we have the Hopeless series by Colleen Hoover. I found these again at a local free library. They have been like really well read, especially the first one. I did spray these in disinfectant. Like I sprayed it and just over the pages, sprayed it, get rid of whatever germs and stuff on these. We got Hopeless, Losing Hope, and Finding Cinderella, which I believe Hopeless follows the female, Losing Hope follows the male character, and then it's just like a novella. Hi! Hi! Here's a lap. Exactly. Get comfy. Got Midnight. I can't move the camera down for you. But Midnight's here. And he's leaving! Oh, he's coming back! He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know what's with my voice. I've Crave by Tracy Wolff. I believe it's like a vampire kind of novel, and it's a series. I don't know how many books are in the series. They're all the books that I have. I'll put a total of how many books I actually have on that I bought. I need to stop buying books. I'm telling myself I can't buy books unless they are part of a series that I already own. That's what I have to do. I think I already filmed the ending, but if not, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.